In this video, we will cover how to understand the directional bias of the market using price action rules. So what is the structure right now that I'm looking at? Well, it is resembling somewhat to a trend range with slight bearish bias though. I'm looking for the trend line rule to guide me through the structure. So I have downtrend working lower, break, move to new extreme. So right now the downtrend played out and I can expect market cycle to shift according to price action rules. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be patient a little bit. Let's see what the market will do. Okay, we're breaking higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to redraw a brand new uptrend because I always want to make sure these candles are contained by a channel. You have a new low. This is the first entry short, first attempt to sell. I cannot go long. We're below EMA. This is a horrible inside bar. And even had this been new low, first entry short, second entry short failure, let's say, I still wouldn't like going long here because this is a horrible bar, inside bar below EMA. But this is just high low technically, so we don't have to go long just yet. We need to be patient following the rules. Uptrend played out with the break, move to new extreme. So all trends played out. So next step, what I can do is I can start to anticipate possible consolidation. Why? Because all trends played out. EMA, you can see the supportive indicator, the 21 bar EMA is starting to flatten. So market may right now enter a consolidation phase. So you can see uptrend played out. Bullish depletion is there. The sellers are stepping into the market. So I can draw the support here, resistance at the top. We're pushing below EMA. We have news announcement soon. So you can see this is the blue rectangle indicating to me that I have high impact news coming in very soon. So I'm not going to be thinking about taking any setup just yet. Those are high impact news. It was actually a new low, first entry short, second entry short, and a new high, first entry long pullback, second entry long failure. This was a very good setup, double hypervolatile setup. We expect price action to go off the range highs all the way down to the bottom. We need new low for this leg down, but it is exactly around the news, so I'm not going to be taking any setup. You can see big spike in volatility. The news subsided fairly quickly. We have a break, move to new extreme. Now price action work all the way down, and we have a little fell breakout out of this trend range. Now I'm going to zoom back a little bit. This right here is the low of the day. You can see this was the lowest point of the day structure. These are important key levels that may come into play eventually, and we broke below this consolidation. However, there is definitely bearish bias present in this market. You can see the top part of the structure is completely empty. We keep working lower. So even though this is a failed breakout, I also would like to see a little bit more confirmed trend range. I don't think it is such an easy hypervolatile setup to go long just yet, but you can see drawing these lines helps you anticipate what's going to happen in price action. So there's a reason to everything. The low of the day bars are stepping into the market, and you have a failed breakout out of the trend range. So market keeps working higher. Okay, we have a deep leg working higher. Now we have high low. Can I go long? Not really, because we have bearish bias present. This was already a very long and deep leg. It is getting quite far from the initial failed breakout, but mainly in the bearish bias, we definitely need to see at least some reversal pattern, so I gotta be careful here. Okay, we have a break in new extreme, and now if I'm gonna combine the bearish bias, we have big push below EMA. I'm more anticipating a little first entry long turning into lower high breakout pullback, kind of like a lower high breakout pullback, because uptrend played out with the break new high and we push below EMA. EMA didn't hold. Combined with the bearish bias, that's a good sign that we're most likely going to continue working lower. Lower high never formed, and market created another leg down, and this pretty much confirmed the bearish bias because you can see it's not behaving as a trend range at all. This is very deep leg down, so I was looking for some downtrend because this tiny downtrend here cannot take into consideration this structure. It is not acting as a trend range because every single major high and low is lower and lower. So I was watching some channel like this because I'm always trying to find the most amount of confirmations as I can. So this was pretty solid channel at this point. Market is correcting. We have a second entry short. So this right here is a second entry short, but we're not fully at the EMA, and this is inside bar. And there can also be case for trend line to be slightly wider in play, something like this. Normally, if this wasn't an inside bar and it was closer to the EMA, I would look at this as more of a two-legged pullback with the break new high. But because we have an inside bar, not full at the EMA, what's my thinking process? I want to see a lower high breakout pullback. I want to see lower high like this, attempt by the bulls to get a new high, and I want to see EMA holding and price action offering me a lower high because This is right now a very weak form of a downtrend. You can see it basically resembles a trend range tilted down. So I cannot be as aggressive. This has not evolved into stronger downtrend just yet. Giving it lower high. Now we have a lower high confirming the second entry short. And it's also confirming that we're going to break lower and this is going to be the downtrend. But it is so far from the EMA, I cannot really take it. But if you're expecting a lower high, your thought process is correct. And it's always good to know that you're reading the structure correctly and you're not lost, okay? Now we have tiny overshoot, but when I'm going to look at the structure like this didn't really feel like oversold momentum. It felt too structured. So what I did, I deleted this channel. I took a look at the start of the session. And if I'm going to connect these first two major swings, you can see I'm getting first two swings here, third swing confirmation. This channel fits a little bit better overall. It's a little bit healthier. It explains why the downtrend started at this level. So with more experience, you get to feel for the correct channels. And you want to see confirmation. If you have doubts, let's wait how price action is going to pull back to the EMA, because during every trending market, there is always correction phase, push phase, correction phase. So I want to sell when the correction phase will end around the EMA. So what's going through your mind? Well, you cannot be buying, you cannot be picking the bottom because you never know how deep it's going to go. But you want to see the two-legged pullback at the EMA. So market is correcting. You have a first entry short. So we have uptrend working higher. And I would like to see second entry short at the EMA. Something like this. New low. I'm going to reset the count at each new low. First entry short. Pullback. Can I get a second entry short at the EMA? Very close to be looking like a good setup. But once again, so far from the EMA. I cannot sell here no matter how tempting it is, because so common for prices to pull back to the EMA. Today, unfortunately, it worked. But we can't really break the rules. So once again, if you expect a second entry short here, you're reading the structure correctly. Now you can see how the bulls are trying to reverse the market and they're failing every single time. There's a strong rejection here. You have actually important resistance being formed. Rejection of the EMA. Now this is gut feeling based setup, because you definitely expect bulls to be squeezed and market to go lower here. It is quite common pattern, but it is way more aggressive triple top. So I'm just going to mark it more aggressive if you're willing to take the risk, but it is not super easy hypothesis setup. Either way, right now our steeper channel is definitely confirmed. So I'm looking every single time for the same thing, because trading price action is simple. That doesn't mean it is easy, but it is simple. I want to see correction to the EMA, and I'm always going to respect the short-term trend line, because I want to respect the bullish presence in the market. And after the correction played out with the break new high, that's when I know I can start selling again. Break a new high. Okay, this is good. So uptrend played out. We're above EMA, so I don't really like selling just yet. So what am I thinking about? Some push below EMA, lower high. Okay, but we're starting to go a little bit sideways. Rejection here, so I'm going to draw mini trend range, because this is right now flat EMA in the middle of these bars. Congestion. You know, you have a bearish bar here, but it feels a bit too congested. What I would like to see is, because this is a congestion, you can see I can reset the count because we have so many matching highs. We have a new high. So I'd like to see a lower high breakout pullback, breaking outside of the congestion, this support acting as a resistance. Can we get a lower high breakout pullback? Now we have a lower high breakout pullback, but the signal bar is bullish. I am seller right now because the main bias is bearish. I want to sell below bearish bar. This is way too bullish. So I cannot sell just yet. And by the time I get double bar entry, it didn't even trigger, by the way, but it would be way too big. So I don't think we can short here. So no setup here. The next chance is second entry long failure, new high, first entry long, second entry long failure, which right now this bar has nicer tail. You can see there is some bearish pressure towards the close of the bar, which gives us more confidence. And on failures, the failed second entries, single bars matter less. So you can actually consider here, because the bar is better, but it is still not the best bar. If this was a bearish bar, it would have been great setup, but it is okay bar. You know, there is some nice tail, and failed second entries can have a little bit worse bars. But once again, great context every single time, but the single bars are just forming quite weak, and market continued to trade lower here. The market is correcting, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to redraw a brand new uptrend that is working higher, always respecting the correction phase. So you can see there's a reason to price action. There are small corrections, and once it reaches either the EMA or the trend line, you're starting to pay attention. How's the price action reacting? You have a small break, new extreme. So I would like to see push below EMA. This was quite deep correction. I would like to see push below EMA. Honestly, I would prefer a failed second entry long, but if a lower high forms really good, I would consider also lower high because it would confirm the first entry short, second entry short. Can you push below EMA? We cannot. Market keeps working hard, but it's okay. I can also take a look at 10,000 tick chart, higher time frame, and see that we were quite far from the EMA, so it is definitely understandable why the market is correcting here. However, nothing from my analysis is changing because I have this trend line in play, and this is giving me bias. I cannot deny the downtrend, and according to rules in price action, it's gonna get new extreme tested. So I'm not thinking that we're gonna reverse bullish just because we have a break. I'm thinking that I want to see push below EMA and a failed second entry long to test the new extreme. Okay, so I'm going to reset the count at each new high. Micro double top count reset. So come on, can we get some nice, not even first entry long here. After count reset, now we have lower high, you know, but look at the single bar. This is once again bullish body, you know, double bar entry, inside bar maybe, but it is not related to EMA. So another example where you understand the concept of the trade, you know what's gonna happen, but just formed that bad, and market continued to work lower. Now we have very close to new low being tested. This is in fact micro double bottom. I still expect new low to be tested technically, but this is very close. You can see close outside, massive leg down. So can get a second entry short. We're breaking above EMA. By the way, there's a second entry short, but this is horrible. Once again, I cannot sell below bullish bar, so no setup here. And once you're breaking above EMA, you need to pause looking to sell, because why are we back above EMA? EMA was supposed to reject prices. There is no setup. We're back above. Too much congestion. We're going sideways. No setup again. And you can see market is going sideways. So I'm going to redraw a little bit wider channel because the correction is a little bit stronger. Now, I'm still not really looking to go long because we traded down the entire day and we are in a trend range. So once we're going to reach this resistance, the sellers may step into the market again and we may start selling. Let's see what's going to happen. Close out tight, move to new extreme, and now we have small failed breakout out of this trend range after breaking new high, and we are quite far from the EMA. Because we traded down, you're basically fading with the direction of the main bias, so more advanced trader can consider. The safer entry is to wait for push below EMA and some nice setup here. Now, because we created another high low here, I didn't really like taking lower high just yet because you can see series of higher lows. Why we didn't go all the way down here from this point? So I really would like to see the failed second entry long reversal pattern below EMA, indicating reversal. We have a new high first entry long, second entry long failure. If there's going to be break below this bar, it is right at the EMA borderline, closing below. So it's about to be classified as failed second entry long, and this is decent high probability setup to take. You're waiting for the trigger, gonna drop a limit order at the close. Barely work for a scalp, 9 ticks exactly, so quick easy scalp. The market continued to work higher. We have a break in new extreme. We're back above EMA, and now it's pretty much getting way too late. The market is about to close. Very nice downtrend today overall. The volatility is okay compared to the fact that most of Europe still has a trading holiday, so very decent price action. I didn't take a trade today, which was quite a shame because it looked like we're gonna have a lot of good setups, but they weren't fully close to the EMA, which is quite rare. And on top of that, bad signal bars here, so it doesn't happen that often. But what is important is if you understand where the market is heading. If you were sitting here today and you were expecting the right things to happen, you were expecting the right setups and the right directional bias of the market, you're doing good. You shouldn't be frustrated, because learning price action takes time. It is a skill. The first thing you need to do is you need to study your chart after the fact, what you did right, what you did wrong, and then you will start slowly see things develop live, real time in front of you, and you will start slowly anticipating the directional bias of the market and the right setups to form. So if you sat here today and you predicted the right setups where the correction phase will end, lower highs confirmation setups, test a new extreme, you actually followed price action correctly, and you did a good job. There was a double bottom which was very close to be testing the new low. Sellers are considering this as a new extreme. You have a little failed breakout again. Market is about to close, so not a big of a deal. I'm gonna wrap it up. Hope you had a good trading day, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.